Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan joining me now on CBS Denver and CBS Denver's Facebook page. Margaret, the president saying there is progress in negotiating with Mexico on border security, and that could stop the tariffs from kicking in on Monday. What's the sense in Washington on how this is going to shake out?
Well, this is a really problematic issue here for many Republicans who really oppose the threat of a tax, which is essentially what a tariff would be, on businesses, and something that they're really trying to dissuade the president from following through on. However, the president is not yet ready to back away from his threat of using trade tariffs to try to get something accomplished on immigration, or at least more correctly stopping immigration at the border by really dramatically cutting back on the number of people flowing across and claiming asylum. So the president is putting pressure on Mexico to prevent those individuals from even making it to the U.S. border. That's something Mexico has said they'd try to help by sending troops to their shared border with Guatemala. Remember, most of these migrants are from Central America. And then Mexico's also offered to make some changes to their own asylum laws to essentially let more people stay there rather than continue and try to claim asylum in the United States. So these are described to me as significant offers, but it's not clear yet if it's enough for the president to say, okay, I'm going to pull back on my threat.
As the clock ticks down. Well, also, what are the reviews on the president's performance at the D-Day anniversary ceremonies?
Well, you know, it's very hard these days to find just about anything people agree on across the aisle. And I think it was one of those few moments of unity and comedy and reflection that stood out when the president and other world leaders, some of the very same allies the president is often complaining about in terms of his feeling that America is underappreciated. Well, you saw a deep gratitude being expressed by France and by others to the American veterans who came to remember their thousands of American soldiers, more than 2,000 who died during that D-Day invasion. So that stood out. That rare moment. Maybe it was fleeting, but that stood out to me.
We'll take what we can get these days. And finally, who's on the show this Sunday?
Well, we have two 2020 presidential contenders. From Minnesota, the Senator Amy Klobuchar, who is putting in a bid for the Democratic nomination, as is Steve Bullock, who is the current governor of Montana. Now, he is in a bit of a spat with the Democratic National Committee because he wants to be on that debate stage. Remember, we've got almost 24 candidates, and the Democrats are going to have to figure out how to whittle it down to who's going to represent them best as a party, and they're already starting to fight with each other there. We are also going to have on the program Senator Roy Blunt, Republican from Missouri, to explain how Republicans are going to deal with the White House if, in fact, these tariffs take effect.
Well, speaking of that crowded Democratic field, as you know, a couple of candidates from right here in Colorado, our former Governor John Hickenlooper, current Senator Michael Bennet, and very crowded field. We'll look forward to hearing from those two candidates coming up on Sunday. Margaret Brennan, thanks as always for your time.